Hello, and welcome to the legendary world of Minecraft Legends. This is the Minecraft Legends podcast, and today we got some big news because at Minecraft Live, which was just a couple days ago, they announced they're calling the second major update, which had a whole bunch of new features that we are going to be talking about today. And not only those features, but what other people and other YouTubers, content creators have to think about that. But with me, as always, is Mr. Kaboom.
Hey Hound, how you doing today?
Pretty good. What do you think of the new Legends stuff?
Well, I am pretty excited about some of the things that have been introduced. I am heartbroken over some of the things that were not introduced, and I am overall been spending a lot of time. I probably watched a couple dozen YouTube channels, and I jumped to the sections where they did their live stream with the part about Legends being played. So it was about 3 minutes long, and I watched several people and their responses. And yeah, I'm really excited to get into some of that and some of the things that I found.
For sure. But first off, I just want to say, do you know how awesome we are? We are awesome. We're so awesome that we can predict the future.
Hound, I have to give you full credit for that. I did my video, and I thought after I did the video, I was like, I hope. First of all, well, so I gave Mike Lee credit in my before the update came out,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to be real clear about that. That I did not like dig through the code, and I didn't find these things. These were actually things that you had introduced to me. And then after talking to some people and seeing following Mike Lee on Twitter and seeing his posts, I was like, oh, yeah, this looks like something that will come out. So I threw it on my prediction board. The four things that I was predicting would be coming out in this update. But yeah, I was really excited to see that you could see the future, and I have to get some Powerball numbers from you after this interview or after this
and
podcast.
and he swings and he hits. Nice. So those things that we hit on, that we talked about in our previous podcast, are things like, well, I guess I'll name the first one, a little jumpy boy, the frog.
Yes. So, what were your thoughts about that? I'm assuming uh, that is not a completed texture.
I hope so. I know I watched your video and I even made a comment in my video after Minecraft Live saying, I mean, of course, Minecraft Legends isn't Minecraft. We've known this for a long time since the game came out, right? It's not the same. But the fact that we have frogs in Minecraft and the fact that the frogs in vanilla Minecraft are so well loved, I mean, really, they are. And then we come out with Minecraft Legends and say we're adding the frog, and it's like one color. No, like it doesn't resemble the beloved vanilla frog at all, and it doesn't have the aesthetics of like as good as what it could be, I think.
Yeah, and I've probably watched that 3 minute chunk of Minecraft Legends probably, oh man, ten times now, and I've noticed little words and phrases and how they worded things, and they did say up front that these things aren't complete yet, but we really want to show you. So I'm hoping that the final product is the texture is a little bit better, and some of the arm things and the witches seemed like they still needed some work done on them also.
Yeah, I don't know, and this is just from my point. Now, props to you for like watching it 10 times. I'm like a bit lazy here. But by the third time, I think I actually looked through it. I was like, maybe I'd already seen it in my head enough that it's like I'm finally starting to get used to it. And I'm not saying I loved it. I think it could definitely change up a little bit. But the frog, it did kind of grow on me, and at least I could look at it face on and say, well, it is a frog. It is a frog. And I don't know, that's kind of where I stand. I don't love it, I don't hate it. I'm excited to use it, but I think it could maybe look different.
Yeah, and so one of the things that actually Parat pointed out today during our live stream was that he thinks he saw the frog do a double jump,
Mmm.
and I was like, huh. So if maybe that frog is going to be something that's going to be a better mob when doing the Horde of the Spore in campaign mode,
Ooh,
or
right.
maybe there's a future update where there's going to be more like area where you're going to need to use that ability to hop across to get the things that you can't currently get to with the bird or the beetle. So I don't know. I'm pretty excited to see what comes out with these things,
Mm-hmm.
and with the because everyone loves the Horde of the Spore. I think it's everyone's voted number one Piglin Bastion in Time Magazine this last year, and I think everybody was like, you know what players love, and someone in the back room was like, yeah, I heard they love falling off the edge of the Horde of the Spore and losing all their troops, and somebody was like, that's it. Let's build this fan. And so I'm hoping, my hope is the frog makes that more accessible, but then I'm like, well, the troops have to get there somehow. So currently, right now, I'm trying to figure out in my mind how, like, is the frog, like, what advantage is that going to have in a PvP match against other players that the other mounts don't currently do. So I'll be interested to see how this fits into gameplay overall.
Well, I'm on the same boat. Like when even before Minecraft Live, and we even just had the hint that there might be a frog, I was already skeptical. I was like, well, the beetles can climb straight up. Like, how can you top that? The birds glide down. It's like, where does the frog really fit in? Now, upon looking at how high it really does jump, like, and I love your idea for the Horde of the Spore. I can see that helping out so much. But yeah, the troops just kind of get left behind on the ground, wouldn't they?
Yeah, yeah. So it might be an interesting thing. I hope it has an application in game, and I'll be interested to see how that plays out.
Definitely. Well, are you ready to move on to the next topic? Or the next thing of the update, which you might have teased?
Yeah, yeah.
So, we now get to hop off just to be dropped back down with a couple of different ways that we can get thrown off the side of a cliff now. And I know you already mentioned the fan, but man, you know what I like? I like it when pigs play in band and they get out their big crash cymbals and just go for a wham.
Yeah, who knew the Piglins were putting together a band and they needed someone to play the cymbals. So they're putting a band together, and it looks like it's going to be something that knocks you back and possibly stuns you. I thought it was an interesting update. I was not expecting this at all. Had you heard anything about this, or is this something that was just kind of flying under the radar?
Well, so building up to Minecraft Live, I'm like, they're gonna announce something. What's it gonna be? And I couldn't really bring myself to see a new Bastion type, a new Horde. But it's like they gotta do something with the piglins. Like that's the entire game. So I didn't know what to expect, and it makes sense that they added a new piglin sort. But it's like, especially for that Horde of the Spore, since that's where we saw him at. This the Clanger, I think it's called, is so weird and out of nowhere because in this update we have not only one but two things that can
Mm,
throw you or blow you off the side of the cliff. And it just seems like kind of the same idea used twice. Like I'm not complaining. It's cool we're getting new updates, but it's just kind of like one of those things. It's like I wasn't expecting that. Like that came out of the blue, truly.
Yeah, he that same here. I was trying to figure out, is this a response to something? And what I've heard from other people who have run the campaign modes is there is a um strategy where you just get like 100 creepers and you run in and you blow up the lava generator, and then you run over and you blow the portal up with all these creepers. And so I was wondering if this is not a response to that strategy, which was actually something I was going to. I was thinking of maybe making a video on, but it's you just get a bunch of creepers and blow everything up. That's the strategy. So
So so their goal was to blow off the creepers before they blow up. It's like blow versus blow.
right, exactly. So it was like, okay, well, so maybe they're responding to that to try to add a depth of strategy into some of the campaign mode overall. So that's what I was, whenever they come out with something, I'm always trying to think of the 10 things that they're either responding to, or what is it? What was the big hole that they're trying to fill? And I'm telling you, Hound, I looked at message board after message board, and he said he listened to the community, but I have yet to find a post of anyone asking for a giant fan in Minecraft Legends.
Yeah, I don't remember that being on the top of my wish list, I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Maybe it could cool off the piglins and turn them into pigmen, and then I wouldn't have to do a thing. But I don't think that's quite how it works.
No, no, it's going to be interesting. And the other thing I was thinking of was, and a lot of people have been asking this, and I would love to get your thoughts on this. So you've got witches, you've got frogs, you've got a new piglin, and you've got a new building. Do you think they're going to do an add on to the current campaign to where you're going to have like another cut screen and another village of witches that you have to go save? Or do you think they're going to roll out a second campaign, and in that storyline you're going to unlock the witches, and there's going to be like more development in the story? I've heard some people say the wizard's still alive and that the wizard might show up with a new army or a new plan of invasion. Do you have any
Hmm.
thoughts on that?
Yeah, I've actually when I first saw, I mean, a frog, right? The frog they can just throw into your main campaign and it's like just kind of sweep it under the rug. Hey, now it's there. But with something as big as the witches, I'm guessing it's almost got to be like, the creepers and the skeletons. And as much as I don't know, I don't think it'll be like a DLC. I think it'll go with the main campaign. But here's my thought process. It's like I'm right smack dab in the middle of the campaign. In fact, the chances are super high that this update will come out while I'm in my run through of the campaign. So how does it affect existing worlds? Like they can't just shove an entire new structure where there never was before. So well, for anyone in the middle of currently playing the game, will they just kind of be shoved in a closet until they restart with this new update?
Yeah, like when you make the new world after the update, it'll be added into
Mm-hmm.
that scenario where you're like, oh, I gotta go free the witches. Yeah, I'm curious to see how they're gonna roll that out. And we can, I'm not sure what direction you want to head. I don't want to hop there before you're ready. Um, but uh, I I think overall, um, I think this kind of even plays into some of the issues with this release, and feeling like we got we didn't get many answers. We got some of the stuff we already had seen, and we got some these new things, but we weren't really told how these pieces fit into the puzzle.
Right. Now, and a thought I had was, well, with the main Minecraft Live for the main game, they show only a little bit, but they have a crap ton more planned because that's what they've done the last couple years now. Well, this is really the first Minecraft Live where Legends has been alive. Thank God it still is. And the truth is well, what is this the full thing? Is this it, or is there gonna be more? And I mean, I know they didn't really say, but I don't know if it's what we're looking for. I don't know if that's where you're going, but
Yeah, no, that's exactly where I was headed. This car heading, exactly where I was heading in this car is like, yeah, that this is. Well, where are we stopping? Where's the destination with this? And I know they're doing Lost Legends, which is, I think, part of how they were planning on updating the game. Um, I wanted to go back and rewatch the initial trailer at Minecraft Live last year. Our There was a thing where they were talking about what was going to happen with the game,
yeah, wasn't
and I
there
can't.
like an Xbox Live thing?
Yeah, and I thought they had said something about adding more campaigns.
Hmm.
Uh, so I need to go back and look and make sure I didn't mishear that. But I want to go back and say, did they say they were going to add more campaigns, or was it just the legends that they were planning on adding? And I feel like, but honestly, I don't know if the community if that would bring a lot of people back if you had a second campaign. I know there's some bigger YouTubers who didn't even finish the first campaign. So it's like if they didn't finish the first one, I doubt they're coming back for the second one. And if they and then other people were like, yeah, I beat it in 2 hours. And it was, what do you do after that? So I would be real interested. I'd be real interested to see how these pieces go together. And honestly, I'll just say it right now as we go into it. I do feel like this was a failed. I feel like they didn't. They had 3.2 million. Let's see here. That's the pre-show has 70,000. I meant to look this number up, but millions of people getting to see Minecraft Legends again for the second time. And I don't think, from what I've seen, anyone was like, "Oh wow, that I'm gonna come back and I want to play that game," or there was no like, "Oh, that's really neat." It was like, "Ah, that you know." So I feel like it was a real failed opportunity overall, and that was kind of a bummer.
For sure. I don't know, but I'm excited to see what you gathered from other bigger YouTubers on what they had to say. But I think a major downfall, and I encourage anyone watching to, like, go back and watch that little excerpt from Minecraft Live. And I do mean excerpt because it's tiny. They
Hmm.
spend maybe 2 seconds talking about each thing. Like, even if they would have just shut up and played some nice music, and showed more of people playing around with the frog, that would have even gotten me more excited. But when they say, "Oh, by the way, here's a frog," and they quick change the scene to show the witch, it doesn't really get you hyped. You see it for less than 3 seconds, and they're already moving on, and it's like if you blink your eyes, you probably missed it. So
Yeah,
even though they only had three things, they sure didn't spend time on it to get you excited about them.
yeah, and um, I as soon as they mentioned petting the animals twice, my 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 stomach dropped a little. I was like, "Oh no, no, you're just rehashing all the updates from what you did in the last major update."
I
Like
know.
I was like, "No, this is like I wanted them to come out and be like, brand new campaign, leaderboards, AI balances, the brick is the first to brick, the first to die right have been fixed. They're actually playable troops now. Like uh, campaign, second campaign will be released in several months. Like I was expecting this like grand uh announcement of this projection of what we've done, but I pet I know petty animals is cute. I'll grant that, but it's not going to save the game.
Well, and I'm not like some huge brain over here, right? I do not remember everything I've said. If you ask me to repeat something that I said 3 seconds ago, I'm going to have already forgotten because, that's just how I am. But when I know that they said pet the animals like quite a few times, like you said, and it brought me back to our podcast episode, whenever that was, when we first talked about it. And I remember like almost word for word saying, people are going to say, or people are going to see the changelog or hear about it and say, pause for a minute and say, well, gee, that's cool, and then move on with their lives unaffected.
Yeah.
And if you're selling that as one of the huge things, is petting the animals from a previous update, that's not
Yes.
earning any cookies.
Right. No, exactly. And no milk to dip those cookies in either.
No,
Jiminy crickets.
no. And I mean, even if, there might have been a few crumbles there because at least it was something, but they were dry, stale crumbles.
Yes. And if you want to make it really cool, make that pet your friend and make petting the animal something that gives you like that creature now comes with you and battles with you. Like they kind of did this in a myth too, where you could get these animals, and it seemed almost like they were going to fight for you, and the only animal that fought for you was the squirrel, and it shot fireballs from its tail. And,
As all
and
squirrels
so,
do.
I mean, that's a common thing for squirrels to do. I mean, I'm in my backyard with a fire extinguisher all the time. It's just,
They are kind
uh,
of nuts,
and so I was like, oh, this will be so cool if they get the animals with an attack. You know, you pet this animal. Now you got a rabbit throwing lightning bolts, or a dog, throwing icicles. It's or a squirrel throwing fireballs. Whatever, but it adds something to the gameplay. It adds something to PvP. Like if you were in a PvP versus match, and you could get one of those animals to be your friend in the game, so that when you're doing PvP with other players, you're plays into your strategy. Um, anyways, but that's kind of a side issue, and I'm probably back in the woods somewhere right now. So I'll get this back on the road. but yeah, there was just the animals. It was like, okay, we spent half of our very short amount of time, telling you everything we already did. So I mentioned this in my live stream today. There's two things that are happening. I've had several different jobs, and there are some of my jobs I've come into a business that the department is not running correctly, and there will be this halt in production for me to figure out what is happening, why it's happening, how we got to where we're at, and then how we fix it. And then I'm kind of hoping that that's happening with Legends right now. That the reason why you didn't have this huge update at this huge event with millions and millions, I cannot express this enough, potential players, um, and you show up to the party with a veggie tray, and it's like, maybe in a couple months from now we find out that there's been a revamp, and they're putting something big together, and they just hadn't gotten it to the point of release yet. So I'm really hoping for that.
Definitely. And I don't know, but I see this as an amazing segue. Right, we can talk our heads off all day long, and maybe we might even be lucky enough to get a comment saying, we're crazy. But the truth is, we're not the only ones talking about this. There was multiple streams, not that, people were excited for Minecraft Legends in particular, but this was kind of the big event, like we've said, to bring people back. And even big YouTubers who even had early access had some things that might not be too optimistic.
Everybody, we are going to look at some clips, and so I wanted to know what the community was saying. Because, like Hound said, we're just two guys with our opinions, and we could be crazy. We could be completely off base. I'll grant that 100%. So I wanted to hear what other YouTubers had to say, and here's the sad part. I listened to a couple dozen streamers. Most of them all said little to nothing. Lots of the streamers, I think Dan TDM didn't even address Minecraft Legends in his review of Minecraft Live, which he did afterwards. So his video had nothing even in it about Legends. Several YouTubers just kind of listened to it and they were like, "Oh, okay." And it was just a thing. There was no conversations. There was nothing happening. Now, I found two channels. The first clip is going to be Green and Solidarity. And Solidarity is doing a live stream of Minecraft Live. So Green has some things that we're going to listen to him and what he had to say and his response to the Minecraft Legends part in it and Solidarity. So I'm going to go ahead and play that clip.
We're back in Minecraft Legends!
Efforts of the piglins to devour the
Right,
world,
I don't want to see any slander here.
Right.
I like Legends.
Yeah, Legends was good. For a bit.
Yeah, for a few hours.
Yeah.
No, seriously, my opinion on this is actually quite positive. They focus so hard on making a good game that they forgot to do all the boring things in a game, like matchmaking, friend system, UIs. They didn't do that bit very well.
Yeah.
But they actually made quite a fun game.
Yeah.
It is fun. Me and Fwip were getting really good at it as well.
I agree.
We had a great time.
Yeah.
I might return to it if they fix some of the issues that they have.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I played it for a little bit.
Got to admit, it's not enough to get me back, but I am interested.
I'm glad they're still pushing stuff with it. They're trying.
Yeah, I just don't understand.
Okay, so that was them. And so, Hound, do you want to talk about kind of some of the stuff Green said there?
Yeah, well, I know he was one of the people that had early access. I think his name came up in the first episode of this podcast, right? I mean, he was one of the big names. He got it early. He was one of the hypers up for this brand new, strange Minecraft game. And here we are, first Minecraft Live it gets, the same guy who got this great early access, and he's like, I mean, he's complimenting it and saying, it deserves what it's gotten so far, but then kind of brushes it off of his shoulder and laughs it off. I mean, not laughs it off, as you just heard, but it's just, like he said, it's not what we're looking for. Here's everything that could have been improved, and instead we get ways to blow ourselves off the side of a cliff.
Right. I feel like what would have been a great response from these two streamers are these two Minecraft players who were streaming. Wow, that's cool. Wow, they really did that. That's in the game now. I can't wait to get in and play. And it didn't happen. It fell flat. And he's like, yeah, they did some stuff, but not enough to get me back in. And Minecraft, Mojang, Microsoft, whoever's paying the bills over there, thousands and thousands of dollars. They flew all these YouTubers out, had this big, huge YouTube party, had all these channels lined up with these videos to be released on this date to get everyone out. And just, it took me 4 hours of looking through streams to find a couple good responses. And one of this next video that I'm going to share is from Prowl and Blue Jay. They were on Prowl's channel doing a live stream of Minecraft Live, and Prowl is a player who was doing a lot of early Minecraft Legends videos, and something that he says in this video, and something that I heard across the board, was there's just no views. Like, nobody's watching those videos on YouTube. And the reason I believe that a lot of people don't watch, and I think you and me had even talked about this before, like, how do I make my videos fun where I'm not making, like, mocking the game, or I'm not mocking the players? I'm like able to make a really good video and someone's like, oh, that's a lot of fun, I want to go watch. And there's two ways that I've seen this. One is to do strategy videos where you're introducing a new strategy and you're like, hey, this is try this cobblestone rush. And then another way to do videos is if you're a top player. If you're a top level player, I remember back in the day watching videos of top level players in StarCraft because I wanted to see how they moved their troops. I wanted to see their build orders. I wanted to see how they responded to different things. And that's what really generates the views, is those kind of top level players. But right now we just don't have that in the game. And we have no way to be like, oh, let's go watch. And I'm not saying that I'm going to be one of those people. But, you know, what I'd love to do is be able to do commentate on top level players and stuff like that. So, how did you want to throw anything in there after my small tangent there?
I mean, I just agree with so much of the stuff there, and like you said, people aren't finding it in the first place, or aren't liking it. It's this new thing, and you know, the views of bigger people are not as good as their regular Minecraft content. And I mean, it's like what I keep saying, and this is their big opportunity to finally start hooking people in and reeling it in, and they just drop the ball on it.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to play the video, and just so everyone out there who's listening, what I did is I cut out the sections in between the talks. So I did a little editing to the video so try not to listen to the actual stream that's going on in the background. Try to listen to the person that's talking. So it might make it a little easier to understand what's happening. So, okay, here we go.
And we have some new things coming as well.
Okay.
I'm so excited about the...
Oh, I'm excited. Like, this is stuff they've already done. Yeah, I saw that. That was a good idea.
And launch those little piggies into the sun.
Whoa! Nice.
Legends team.
And those are generally fun too, by the way.
I mean, and our second update.
Show me.
They aren't quite finished yet, but we couldn't wait to show you.
Yes.
Hop around the
frogs.
overworld with your new mount and friend, the frog.
Okay. It's kind of cool.
The new, very loud Piglin Clanger takes the stage.
Oh, dang.
That's cool. Piglin Clanger.
Alongside a structure that will blow you away. The air chopper.
Oh. Air chopper structure?
You'll be able to take them on with a brand new foe-turned-friend. The witches.
Oh, wow. So you get witches on your team.
Equipped with lots of potions.
All right.
Build witches' cauldrons to share bubbly power with your other allies.
I like that. That's fun.
Come explore the overworld of Minecraft.
That better not be
Well,
all.
the animation...
Wait, is this in Legends? Are we still Legends?
I don't know. It feels like they moved on, but I don't know.
So if you take a look at this, so you play it and he's like, oh, okay, yeah, this is stuff they've already done. Oh, that's cool. Well, that's cool. And at the very end he goes, wait, whoa, that's it?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you go watch his stream, he's like watching the animation with the camel afterwards, hoping that they're now moving into the big reveal of Minecraft Legends, but it's nothing. It's moved on. It's done. It's over. It's gone. And I feel like he summarized how I felt at the end of watching that myself.
Yeah, spot on. It's like at the beginning they spent more time showing what they already had, and you could just see him going. It's like, yeah, we have that. Yeah, move on. Like we want the new stuff now. Like yeah, get on with it. And it's just never there.
Yeah. So again, the deafening silence of other YouTubers, and then two streamers who really liked the game overall. They were, just left kind of breathless at the end of it all. So we could probably move on from that now, because I think that we probably said that more times than in this thing, but I feel like that's the overall theme of what happened.
It's so true, though. I mean, yeah, that's a period, big, bold, and there.
Yeah. So I made a video. I'm in my video. I pointed out the number one thing that I feel like they should do is leaderboards ASAP. I think that brings back maybe 1,000 players. It gets matchmaking taken care of, and starts getting the game going again. What would you like to see them do to get the game? What do you think would breathe life back into this game?
I mean, as a big time as a big time campaign player, I love the environment, and I mean that's obviously a big part. But when it comes to the PvP, it's like, okay, we have these hordes out and everywhere, and then okay, it's nighttime, and now these hordes are just kind of like randomly out and around. And I think even just something as simple as, okay, we have our hordes, maybe like a new piglin type for when it turns night, just like unique events. So I think back to pillager raids in regular Minecraft. Well, maybe I don't know. I mean, I could come up with ideas out my ears that maybe could fit in easily or not fit in at all. And I mean, I don't know, but this yeah, I don't know. There's so many things that could be done that to help improve either quality of life or engagement, and
yeah, and I think if you're gonna get people, like I ask myself questions like, what makes League of Legends? What makes StarCraft? What makes Call of Duty? Like, what are the aspects? And, a lot of those things are unlocking those ranks, unlocking the Easter eggs, unlocking your level as a character, and having like an overall, like when I get done playing a game right now, getting into the game is one aspect of it, but then once you played the game, whether you win or lose, there's nothing except for really that experience in that moment, and that is a fun thing, but it's not something that is going to you're starting fresh with all the other players, so you really haven't added anything to the development of your character or your own personal stats overall. You get the little accolades at the very end of the video, or at the very end of the game, but that doesn't do anything. You don't unlock any badges for getting the Builder of the Year award 4 times, 10 times, 100 times. There's not a skin that gets unlocked. There's no end goal to it, and I really feel like if that's I think that would make this game, would turn this game around. I was looking at some of the numbers, and 6 months ago on Steam there was over 5,000 players on Minecraft Legends. Yesterday, there was a bump. It went from 28 players to 38 players on Steam. So
Oh.
it was a little, we got a bump. We had more activity, which was a good thing, but I was really kind of hoping to get into the thousands, like go get that into, oh, let's everyone who left, let's go back and check it out again. So yeah, at the end of the day, I feel like that's the theme. So I do want to apologize to everyone. If you're like, man, these guys are just really not happy. It's not that. It's we really enjoy this game. We're doing a Minecraft Legends podcast. I mean, come on. So, we enjoy this game. We want to see it succeed. We want to see it be successful. We want to see people return to it. And so, all this stuff I think is being said in a spirit of charity. And yeah, I hope it. I hope, I really, really, really hope to see some of those changes.
Yeah. Now, I don't know. Here's some food for thought that I just thought of. And honestly, I think I finally have my answer for what I'd like to see in the game. And, we get so little for an update revealed. But thinking back about all the things Minecraft Legends has added. Sure, they have their free Lost Legends, which are amazing. I love those. Keep those. Yes, yes, yes. But their myths are always a little bit more. They're not free, and could some of Minecraft Legends' downfall be the price tag? And it's like, are people also maybe seeing this Minecraft Legends content and saying, I'm not paying for that, There could be some truth to that too for the dollar tag as well.
Yeah, I think Minecraft Legends is a free download now.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think it's a free download on the PS in the PS store.
No
I heard,
way.
Yeah. Let me just double check. How the PS store has a free game of the month?
Oh, sure, yeah.
So I don't know if it was just for the month, but I know it was free for a minute, and with Game Pass. So with Game Pass, I think you can get the game. Minecraft is available to play on the following platforms.
And for everyone watching, this has been a critique video, and it maybe has been gloom and doom, like Kaboom said. We love it. We're passionate about this game. So if you have Game Pass and are just listening to this because you're trying to get into Minecraft Legends, there's a download button. You should click it now.
Yeah. So, but I agree with you. The myths need to be reworked. I mean, the only thing I can explain on the myths, the one myth, the caretaker one, the creature caretaker, is the only myth that seems complete, and it is the best one out of all of them. And it's the one that I did not think I was gonna like, because I was like, "What?" It felt like almost like one of those games where you take care of a pet, and you have to feed it, and you have to walk it, and then it develops. And it almost seemed to have that vibe to it. But when I played it, you fight all the bosses at each of the hordes. You fight them again. You progress through more difficult bases, and as you're doing that, you get these prismarine crystals that you use to upgrade your mount. That gives you special abilities that are pretty awesome overall. And you can replay that game. You can replay that myth 4 times, and you can do 4 different upgrades on your mount. That gives you different attacks. So for one myth that is about $6, that's done in the same engine as the overall game, which led me to think that was going to be something in this update that they were going to add, and maybe it will be in the future. But it's a fun myth. But that's the only one, and they're $6 a piece. And if you're gonna pay $6 for a game, you're gonna want something that has some value to it.
Spot on. And like, I know that this whole myth thing is just part of the grander scheme of a marketplace, which you can even buy more things if you wanted. But we look at Minecraft Bedrock Edition, the most popular of Minecraft, because, you know, it's available on all platforms and all that. But their marketplace, you know, sure, pay for things, right? They gotta make money somehow. But not every single thing has to earn a penny, you know? If they had even just that one free thing that maybe sparked interest in just that one person, it would maybe bring them back for at least a day, and then maybe another day, or, you know, it's the little steps too.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think every myth should have a skin that you have to beat the myth to get the character skin. Which there's only one of those that has a skin that you get, but you just get it when you purchase the myth. I loved that event where like the community come together and destroy all these piglin hordes and get the skin. Well, I think you pointed out in one of your videos, it just seemed like they were just updating it daily. So you weren't seeing like a progression bar happening in like real time. It was like, you know, get on the website the next day and see how many millions or thousands of piglin hordes got destroyed. So, I mean, overall, I thought it was a good thing for the community to get people back in the game. So I definitely would think that those are the kind of things overall that need to happen to get this game to get people to come back to take a second look at this game.
Now, here's some food for thought. Now, I know that I'm going to get hit at the stake, but I was not a biggest Minecraft Dungeons player, you know, mainly just a regular Minecraft player. But every time, or every season, well, every season when Minecraft Dungeons was still an actual game, every season they had, like, you know, quote-unquote seasonal trials in Minecraft Dungeons. It brought me back because, you know, in October they had this free trial where they just mix everything up a little bit, you know, maybe make it Halloween themed. There might be a pumpkin here and there, but they mix it up a little bit for events like, you know, Halloween and I know Minecraft Legends has the Lost Legend, but if they had limited time things that says, players, if you want to play it now, that could gain some interest, and it's like, well, it's that month again. It's October. I'm gonna go play some Minecraft Legends for their October event. I don't know.
Oh no, that's great. That would be awesome. Yeah, like a timed event with a reward that you can only get through that event. Yeah, I mean, I think that would be a really good use of the myths, honestly, to some degree. And you could keep the legends out there, but yeah, like, hey, here's this event that you do, and you have to complete it to get the reward, and you only have a month to do it. And if you don't do it, then it's gone. And then maybe 6 months they offer it in the marketplace for sale, but you give people some time to be like, you know, in the PvP game with a skin that nobody else is running. And if you see somebody with it, you're like, oh, hey, they must have completed or achieved this really difficult goal to get that. So yeah, I think that would be awesome. I think that's a great idea.
But unless you have anything else major,
I do not. I think everything. I'm waiting with bated breath, and I really hope. I'm really hoping. I'm looking forward to the next Lost Legends that's coming out. Those have been a lot of fun. I would definitely recommend people checking those out.
100%.
And I think those are some of the best videos I think you and me have on our channels as far as Lost Legends goes.
Yeah.
Is those videos. So I know those pull people in. And yeah, I think I'm just really in about, and I'm not sure when the next update would be, but I'm hoping in the next couple months we hear something that gives us direction about where they're driving this car, and hopefully it's on a road and not off a cliff.
Exactly. I don't know. Here's just a random tangent thing. So, I know for me, I did a couple videos after Minecraft Live, and one of them was, for the regular Minecraft 1.21, but one was for this new Legends update. And I know I gave this particular podcast free self-advertising and all that fun stuff, yay. But, one thing that I was just mind blown over, the first one that I put out of my 2 videos on that Sunday yet, was, the first one was the main Minecraft update. And the second one was the actual Legends update. And for my channel, 100 views is actually really good, right? But I know that I got 160 on my Minecraft video. Minecraft's more popular than Minecraft Legends, right? But on my channel, my Legends video got 400 or something.
Oh, nice.
And it's that night and day difference between the regular game and the Legends one on the same day. And the Legends one was, further away from when the stuff was released, right? I wasn't the first one to that news, and it still did that good. So there's a positive side of the update, I guess. And
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I got almost 239 views right now on my Minecraft Legends update, and that's like a Lost Legends video for me. So a lot of my actual gameplay videos get around 50 to 60 views, and some of them get, some of my advanced strategy views only get around between 20 and 40. So, but then I released this one video about the Minecraft mob vote. Yeah, almost 3,000. It's like, and so you got to get people, there's got to be a group of people that are getting on YouTube to search for this information. So I understand 100% why somebody is going to put that energy and effort into making a video that's going to get 3,000 to 4,000 views versus 40 to 50 views. So,
well, I'm just so surprised that, Legends did better than the base game. I just can't get my head around that.
Right. Well, I over time I'd be interested to see how that goes. But yeah, I mean, it's funny how YouTube works on different videos. But I know like a big theme is a lot of the big, so if Green wants to go back to YouTube or back to Minecraft Legends and put a video up, his video is going to get a couple million views, just because it's green.
Yeah.
Right. Just because it's green and people like green. But, he's going to look at those views and say, well, yeah, this one got a couple million, but my Hermitcraft probably gets twice this amount. So, it's interesting how that all plays out. But I think you've got to give people something to come look for. And right now, I don't think there's a lot of people looking for it, but we love this game, and that's why we're doing this. This is because I think people, if they play the game, they're really going to find that the PvP is a lot better than it was, and hopefully is only getting better. And I think people will really enjoy it if they give it a shot.
Definitely. And since we're on this topic, I mean, how's your channel? And what you up to? What are you planning to be up to? How's your channel side of things?
Well, yeah, so it's going well. I've every subscriber I get, I'm just so excited. Every like or every comment, I'm at that point where it's just like, I don't think people, it's so encouraging. It's just really awesome to get on and be like, oh, I got a couple new subscribers. Like that's awesome. And it's, so I'm growing, that's been super awesome, been super fun seeing that. I've got a Minecraft Let's Play series slash teaching series going on that I'm doing an episode a week on, just because I got back into Minecraft doing just the vanilla stuff, and I was like, oh, this is fun. And I'm hoping that my Minecraft Legends stuff grows to the point where I can just be focused on that game. But right now, I'm live streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays, trying to build a community there of people who want to play, because that's, I feel like, what needs to happen for this game to go to that next level. And then just doing videos on the Legends as those are coming out every month. And then Hound, I don't know how much we can go into the details, but you, me, and a couple other creators are working on a pretty big project ourselves right now.
And I gotta be honest, I'm kind of looking forward to it. I hope it turns out good.
I think it will. Me too. I really enjoyed our the stuff we filmed last Saturday.
Well, I finally saw the message today of, oh crap, I'm supposed to redo a voiceover. It's like, oops, I totally was on top of that. Wink, wink, nod, nod. But yeah, I'm excited for it, and whenever the trailer will come out, because it'll be a series. It'll be fun.
Yeah. So, yeah. So other than that, are you still just watching the Minecraft updates coming out, or what?
Yeah. Yep. Spot on.
Awesome.
And more free self-advertising, in case you haven't gotten sick and tired of this since the last dozen podcasts. But it's finally getting time, and I actually mean it this time. Since Minecraft Legends, or Minecraft Live even, since Minecraft Live is over, it's time for the Halloween map to be released. I'm pretty sure it'll come out before the next podcast. If not, I get more free self-advertising, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to playing that. I might do a video on your Halloween world.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. So be sure to send me the link and let me know.
But with that, until the next time, which will probably be a Lost Legends relatively soon, I think that's it for this podcast one.
Yeah.
So it has been a pleasure discussing the Minecraft Legends universe again and again and again. I mean, really, this is fun. So thank you for joining me.
Yes, thank you for having me.
And of course, all the show links are in the description. Rather, if you want to find us on X or YouTube or whatever you can possibly imagine, we have a link tree for that, which is in the description. Now, this one, because it was for Minecraft Live, I wanted to get it out sooner, so that's why this podcast might be coming out a different time than normal, which means at the end of last podcast, I think it was, I suggested or said something about Twitch. Well, this wasn't live streamed, but maybe next time, maybe next podcast. So, like I said, the links are in the description, so just check our posts to see if we're going to be doing that or not. So, whenever the next one is, I hope to see you there.
As do I.
See you next time, Kaboom.
See you, Hound. Bye.